So we're going to start with Kieran. Actually, can I just ask, how many of you folks came to Trent Bridge? Okay, it's a reasonable show. So hopefully you've all moved on in the way that Chelmsford have moved on and actually done something about it. So, Kieran, what happened straight after Trent Bridge, or what's been happening?
We wrote a report for our bishop on what we learnt, and Bishop Tony asked us to keep the bishops involved, and so we did. And Bishop Peter was the area bishop in Chelmsford Diocese assigned to sort of looking after us. And so he convened a meeting of about 15 or so people he knew were already passionate about ministry and sport, and we got together to share ideas, and along with a few others I was asked to convene that within the diocese. And so really all we've done is to do what we're told. We set up a prayer meeting. We planned to do it as a prayer breakfast before diocesan synod to try and get as many people to come as possible. About 20 or so people came. Some came and then drove home. They weren't even on diocesan synod. They came for the morning. They were that committed. Lots who were on diocesan synod said, okay, I'll come an hour early or a couple of hours early and we'll join in and pray. We shared feedback about what happened at Trent Bridge, the vision nationally, and then said we would commit to pray. And I think my idea is to be a bit like WD-40. So all I want to do is sort of lubricate things to make things happen. So I just try and get people's names and addresses, bring them together, and then hopefully get people like Graham or others from Christians in Sport to come and train key people, to train key people, to train key people throughout the diocese.
And there are a few areas that I think you focused on in that.
Yeah, that's right. So we want to pray because that's what we've been asked to do. So we wanted to pray, but we also we had a questionnaire for those there, but that's going to go out to people within the diocese so they can get back, so we can network. And then we want to identify some key people who will take this ball and run with it. We'd love, for example, as well as in our diocese, every deanery has a youth champion. We'd love there to be a sports champion for each deanery. Why not? That kind of thing. And so identify key people to be trained by Christians in Sport ourselves, to then also go and speak at deanery meetings and train others, equip others, so it's sort of trickle-down effect. And then, obviously, though, it's all about the grassroots. And at that state, and few people, even one of the chaps from Chelmsford Diocese himself, one of the vicars has said, look, I'm getting back into playing sport regularly so that I can be practicing what I'm preaching.